The legacy of ancient Chinese journals. Throughout history, civilizations have recorded their thoughts, discoveries, and events through writing. In ancient China, a vast empire of scholars, poets, and historians preserved knowledge through journals, meticulous records of life, governance, philosophy, and innovation. But these were more than just books. They were the heartbeat of a civilization. Scroll. How did these ancient Chinese journals shape history? Scroll. What impact did they have on the world today? Scroll. And how did they survive thousands of years to inspire modern knowledge? Join us as we explore the legacy of ancient Chinese journals, a story of wisdom, resilience, and the pursuit of truth. Keycap 1. The origins. A civilization of record keepers. Open book visuals. Ancient scribes writing on bamboo slips, government officials reading records, a scholar carving into oracle bones. The tradition of journaling in China began thousands of years ago. Even before paper was invented, Chinese scribes used oracle bones, bronze inscriptions, and bamboo strips to record significant events. During the Shang dynasty, 1600 to 1046 BCE, kings and diviners wrote on turtle shells and animal bones, leaving behind one of the earliest forms of written Chinese history. These inscriptions contained heavy checkmark predictions about wars, harvests, and royal decisions. Heavy checkmark detailed records of astronomical observations. Heavy checkmark early government records that shaped the bureaucracy of China. As time passed, the tradition of keeping written records became more advanced, structured, and widespread. Keycap 2. The Han Dynasty. The rise of scholarly journals. Scroll visuals. Paper being invented, historians writing in elegant calligraphy, scrolls neatly arranged in a study. During the Han Dynasty, 206 BCE, 220 CE, a groundbreaking invention changed history: paper. This allowed scholars to write more efficiently and preserve their knowledge with greater accuracy. Many of the earliest Chinese journals emerged during this period, covering open book history, documenting the rise and fall of dynasties; open book philosophy, expanding the teachings of Confucius, Laozi, and Mozi; open book medicine, recording herbal remedies and healing techniques; open book science, observing the stars and developing innovations like the seismometer. One of the greatest historians of this time was Sima Qian, 145 to 86 BCE, who wrote the Records of the Grand Historian, a journal that chronicled China's history from its legendary origins to the Han Dynasty. His work inspired generations of historians and set the standard for historical writing worldwide. Movie camera visual. Ancient Chinese scholars debating in a candlelit study, pointing at detailed scrolls and maps. Keycap 3. The Tang and Song dynasties. The Golden Age of Literature. Books visuals. A flourishing city, books being printed in a workshop, scholars exchanging ideas in tea houses. During the Tang, 618 to 907 CE, and Song, 960 to 1279 CE, dynasties, China experienced a literary explosion. With the advancement of woodblock printing and later movable type printing, journals became more accessible to scholars, merchants, and even common citizens. This era saw the rise of scroll philosophical journals, featuring debates on Confucianism, Daoism, and Buddhism. Scroll government records, keeping track of taxation, laws, and administration. Scroll travel journals, written by explorers like Xuanzang, who traveled to India to study Buddhism. Scroll medical journals, recording advancements in herbal medicine, acupuncture, and surgery. This period transformed knowledge from an elite privilege to a tool for society. Keycap 4. The Ming and Qing dynasties. The expansion of journalism. Newspaper visuals. Early newspapers being printed, merchants reading journals in marketplaces, a young scholar eagerly taking notes. During the Ming, 1368 to 1644 CE, and Qing, 1644 to 1912 CE, dynasties, printing technology continued to evolve, giving rise to new types of journals. Newspapers. Publications like the Peking Gazette kept officials and citizens informed about laws, wars, and economic trends. Closed-book scholarly magazines. Intellectuals published periodicals discussing scientific discoveries, cultural critiques, and political affairs. Scroll personal diaries and memoirs. Figures like Li Ji, 1527 to 1602, wrote personal reflections, challenging Confucian thought and advocating for independent thinking. At this time, China had one of the most advanced journalistic cultures in the world, centuries ahead of Western countries in mass publishing. Open book visual, a printing press in motion, pages filled with detailed calligraphy being stacked and bound. Keycap 5. The Legacy. How ancient Chinese journals influence the world today. The legacy of ancient Chinese journals lives on in modern education, journalism, and historical research. Open book. The structure of modern historical writing can be traced back to Sima Qian's meticulous records. Newspapers and scholarly magazines owe their foundations to Ming and Qing era publications. Philosophical and scientific journals continue to inspire thinkers, scientists, and historians worldwide. Even today, ancient Chinese records help scholars understand history, track climate changes, and rediscover lost knowledge. Final thoughts. Why this legacy matters. Journals are more than words on a page. They are the voices of the past, echoing through time. The efforts of ancient Chinese scholars, historians, and writers have shaped the way we record, analyze, and share knowledge today. Their work reminds us that truth, wisdom, and knowledge must always be preserved, for the sake of future generations. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the legacy of ancient Chinese journals, don't forget to heavy check mark like this video to support historical content. Heavy check mark subscribe for more history, culture, and knowledge. Heavy check mark comment below. What do you think is the most fascinating part of China's historical journals? Until next time, keep exploring, keep questioning, and keep the spirit of history alive.